today, it's Monday morning, 7 o'clock. Late start, but my main job today is actually going to Warwickshire, not far, Napton, to look at a job. Well, it's a consultancy visit at a brand new commercial fishery to try and give him some advice, save him some money in future if he hasn't already bought too many fish. But yeah, doing that this morning, and then rather than go home, I'm going straight to, got the trailer on with lots and lots of big deep nets, and we're going to Norfolk to tackle CATCH22, which is quite well known for various reasons. I'm from Norfolk and Suffolk originally, and I remember going there once. We netted it when I was at Family and Fisheries. We netted it. I'm sure we did some work there in the 90s. But anyway, we're going there to try and catch silverfish. Not going to be easy. To be fair to the guy, he's waited for us. He wanted us to do it last year and we were fully booked, so he's waited, which adds a bit of pressure because you think, well, yeah, we want to catch fish and we've got the right kit. It's just, it comes down to snags basically, and time. If we've got time to get the nets round areas of fish, it's 20 odd acre lake, so you know, potentially there's not a great deal of we want to use the nets for fishing. I've got potentially I could shoot all of it and have a huge great big sweep, but the guy knows the topography of the lake, he knows what's going on in there. I think he's been feeding a spot which can help in the winter, just to draw fish into certain areas. It's worked very well in the past. So yeah, we're up against it really. We love a challenge. It's, you know, when you get there it just looks like a big sheet of water, but there's areas of it which are really, really deep, and there's sort of bars and islands and all sorts of stuff that's gonna be quite tricky. But there is a load of big bream in there. It's a carp lake, they don't want the bream in there, so we're tasked with trying to get as many as we can out, and it's never a given, you know. We do all right. We caught tons of bream last week at a carp fishery, and we also caught well over a ton of roach in another one, and you know, we do all right, but and we like the pressure and we like figuring out how to catch fish out of different lakes, but it's never that straightforward. But that's the job, you know. It's like going fishing in that respect. If the lakes, I was spoilt really, because the lakes we developed, designed and dug just over there many years ago makes them easy to net. You know, you can catch all the fish, there's no drama, you get everything done, and it makes everything so easy. And I tell people that, you know, if you're digging a lake, people have said to me before and left a message, oh, you just want these lakes to be no trees, no blah blah blah, just so it's easy to net. I'm like, no, but if it is relatively easy to net, that means I can manage my fish populations really easily. I know that I'm creating a bit of useful space. I haven't got to muck around. I haven't got to, you know, potentially drain them and all this, that and the other just to catch some fish. And I think if lakes are easy to net, then the fishing's easy too. Plus there's loads of reasons, it's not just that. But yeah, of course, it makes it quicker, more efficient and easier. But at the same time, I love trees around lakes. I love having, especially weeping willows and things like that, blended in with some nice marginal plants. And you know, my idyllic lake is not certainly void of any trees. It's got lots of trees, but more plants than trees, but plenty of trees. But anyway, that's what we're doing the next couple of days. I'm meeting up with the boys tomorrow. Any excuse to go fishing. So Chris, Mac, Chris and Jane, who own Hall Walk Lakes, they're so lovely. I've known them for many, many years, and we're not working there this week, but they've invited us to stay there. Well, the boys just want to go fishing. Well, Chris has got some amazing fishing lakes, so the boys are going to fish there of an evening. They're going tonight. It's a long trek, it's about 180 miles to where we're going, which is why we break it up. And I got this job today, and then I'll go down there this evening. But yeah, it should be quite fun. The boys are fishing of an evening, so we'll see what they catch. Crazy, you won't catch me doing that. I just want a warm shower and a bed. But that's because I'm nearly 50. Anyway, yeah, so that's where we'll be for this big job. Bit nerve-wracking, and I've got the real deep net on board, which is an absolute pig to use. Last time we used it, it's on video somewhere. We were in the Isle of Wight at Tim's, decided to use it in Tim's Lake, caught loads of fish, but we didn't finish de-sticking it and sorting it out until it was actually dark, and it was flooded pretty much. Horrible day, great day results wise, but we didn't finish until well into dark. We were honestly de-sticking the net in under the lights of the truck, because it's a bugger to use. It's so big and deep, so it's all very well having a deep lake, but you need to be able to access it as well. Anyway, we are at CATCH22 Norfolk, and we are doing big boy sweeps today. 500 metres going on. Josh with us from Hall Walks. He's helping today. Lots of nets to go on the boat. It's going to be very busy on there in a bit when I get on there. The sweep we're going to do, this is all the deep water here, so there's an island there and an island there. In between those islands is 20 odd foot deep, all in here, which would be lovely. You go, yeah, 500 metres, bang it all round, pull it in, job done. It's going to be snags. This was left for quite a long time, neglected, so there'll be all crap in the edge. We're up against it. We've got to hope that the fish are here, because if they're not here, we're not going to catch anything. But this is where the owner thinks they are, and he's been putting a bit of food in here. Basically all the other sides is all up and down, egg box, lilies, roots, snags, all sorts of stuff. So we're hedging our bets, hoping that the fish are in a big old area of water we're going to cover. That would be lovely, but the problem is he's got a very good map of the topography, and he's put these marker blocks in for us. So basically it's a big deep bowl in here, very deep, but then it comes up sheer from about 18 foot to 8 foot, so it's still 8 foot of water on top. And he's marked it out where these H blocks are, but it's so annoying. So basically, if we were to do a normal sweep, we'd be pulling it up to a wall and then back down again. And then the other side, which wouldn't be the end of the world if it was shallow the other side, but it drops right down again. And these shoals of bream could easily be sat in here. So like I say, one, we've got to hope they're down here. 2, we've got to navigate around this awkward thing, which is a real pain in the arse. But it is what it is. So we need to, yeah, just navigate the nets around it. So we're using 500 metres today, and it will take most of the day to set this up and pull it in. And we're going to hit snags. Trav's made us a nice area to land. We need a lot of space to land in it, so we're going to land it right up there. Yeah, but we are up against it, but it's a challenge. We like a challenge. And if we don't catch them here, then we'll just literally do slightly smaller sweeps and just go around other places where Trav says we can probably land a net. It's having space and access as well, but we'll be alright. We'll just keep going until we run out of daylight or catch tons of bream. But yeah, we'll be tricky.
Size of that.
I know, think of that. See that map there? That's what we're dealing with. This spit is 20 odd feet deep in here, and then it comes up to 8 foot on that little rise, which makes it very annoying. If that wasn't there, we'd just take that whole thing out in one go. It's going to be very sticky and snaggy and frustrating. There'll be all trees along here in the water. So what we're going to do, because it's all about angles when you're pulling big nets, so if we try and pull it over that and we get caught up on a load of crap, because this will be a natural place where if a tree fell down, drifted in, we can't afford to risk getting damaged on here. So we're actually going to do two. We're going to come out, still use a lot of net, but we're going to come out here, out, round and down. That way we can cover all that deep water, get frustrated with the snags and hopefully catch them. Then we'll come and do this tomorrow or this afternoon, this bit here. But the main deep water we're going to take out in today in this whole 500 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, big sweep. We need the fish to be there, like I say, and then we need to, hopefully we don't get too snagged. Update. We've got 200 meters left in the water from 500 at the start. We've had to change where we're going to land the net because of snags. It just keeps getting caught up on everything. It's a real nightmare, to be honest. It's so frustrating. There's metal in the lake and metal grids we've pulled out in 18 foot of water and rip the net. Rip one of the nets pretty much in half. I'll show you later. So yeah, could do with a bit of luck really, because it's a bit of a pain in the arse. But that's what these lakes are like. A bit of a pain in the arse. So yeah, I still think that if these two come in alright, we might catch them. If they're here, they might not be here. We shall see. So, finally got it in. It's about 2:30 because of all the snags and stuff. Finally got the net in. There's quite some people here. This is Nick from the local EA. His comrade.
All the bream,
as you can see.
Trial the tank. I'll take them down.
Don't let them go. Lots of fish in there, bream and carp, so it's worked well.
Use the long ones. It's just the shallow down here, they're not better than this boat.
It'll be alright, we'll manage.
That's big. That's probably the biggest one I've picked up so far. They're tagging some of these, I think. They're all big, 40 pounder there. Lots of big fish in there.
Go anywhere. It's full of green and 1 pike and 10 fish. 5 from a 10.
It's Wednesday morning now. Just getting ready to crack on again. We're going to do two more sweeps today. So as much as a big lake like this, it isn't as much about fact finding. So if you keep dropping nets in areas, you're always looking, okay, well, we know that area nets well, so we're going to do 2 sweeps now, eliminating areas. Morning.
Morning.
So we know what nets well and what doesn't. For future, really, it's always good. There's no point just doing the one bit, because now we know, apart from if we need to avoid one area, but we shot 500 metres of net yesterday and it went well, we caught loads of fish. And today we're going to do 2 other sweeps, 2 and a 300 metre, in these other, all the deep water. So we know then, if they're in there, we can catch them, basically, in future. Because that stuff's important, I think, on the big lakes like this. You know, it's not easy to catch the fish, as other people have tried in the past. But yeah, we're going to crack on. It's a bit colder today, but see what we can catch. So when we're doing these other sweeps now, as much as we want to catch fish, and it's very reasonable that the fish could sit in these little bays behind these deep troughs, we're doing it as much as anything so we can determine areas where in future you can net safely. Even if we don't do it, I don't care. You're sort of giving people information while we're here. So if we pull this 200 metres through this bay and it works well and there's no snags, you know that in future you could feed this area potentially and crop fish from here. We know this is okay as long as you avoid that. So it's all about that, really. It's not just about doing it to catch a fish. Obviously we're doing it to catch fish, but we also want to learn as much about the lake and the topography as we can, and where we can net and where we can't in future. So This is a slightly smaller swing than yesterday, but because Trav's put these markers out, you see, I know where not to go. I'll get this shot and we'll see what's occurring. So it's very cold now, real cold wind. We did this bay. It nets okay, a lot of sticks, a lot of rubbish, but it nets okay. No fish, caught like 2 pike. And then we've come off of here. We went out almost to the island again, and we're sort of halfway in now. It's very sticky and the wind's very cold, but yeah, at least by doing all of this we'll have netted all the deep water in the whole lake. The rest is reasonably shallow, and we'll have learnt an awful lot for the future about how to attack it in future. But without a doubt, the space we've created already is quite impressive, and I'm very glad, and it will really pay dividends on the carp. I mean, the carp are big anyway, but they will get bigger as a result of that, without a doubt. So we're just trying to get this in without too much drama. That's alright at the moment, very sticky. Nothing in that sweep. And it's just simply because the fish aren't there. So thankfully yesterday's massive haul has done us proud. And now we've learnt that we can net this whole section, well, we can net all of the deep water without too much drama. So we've learnt an awful lot. Trav's got his got a plan of what he wants to do, and he knows what he's doing. He'll make it really good. So yeah, it's decent, a lot of decent fish, and we're just packing away now, de-sticking the nets, and then get on the road, long way home.
1, 2, 3.